amino acid having OH group in side chain. Amino acid having OH group in side chain. Mnemonic O tri 3 sari. Good mnemonic given in your guides. Tri 3 sari. OH containing tri 4 tyrosine, 3 4 threonine, sari 4 serine. Tri 3 sari, tyrosine, threonine and serine. And you know, any compound having OH group, you will say the compound is polar. So these three amino acids are polar. Yes, tyrosine, you already know that tyrosine, normally phenylalanine is converted to tyrosine by phenylalanine hydroxylase. So tyrosine is non-essential. Out of these two, in one group, or you can say this is one group having OH group in side chain, in one group there must be at least one essential amino acid. The large one is difficult to be synthesized, so threonine is large, yes, serine is small, threonine is large, so threonine is essential and serine is non-essential. Or you can say out of these three only one essential, that is threonine. Clear? And I initially told you in carbohydrate that OH group has tendency to attach with phosphate. Yes, I told you that OH group has tendency to attach with phosphate. So these three amino acid can be phosphorylated easily. These three amino acid can be phosphorylated easily. Means you can attach phosphate group to all these three amino acid very easily. Okay, so frequently asked question, which of the following amino acid can be phosphorylated easily? There will be four options. Out of those four, there will be either tyrosine, threonine or serine. Okay, these are frequently asked question. Okay, so these three amino acids are polar. These three amino acids can be phosphorylated easily. Okay, so these are, there is no need to remember the structure. I already told you the structure of tyrosine. Okay, now next group. Amino acid having sulfur in their side chain. Point it out. Sulfur, not SH. Yes, SH means sulfhydryl. If I say that this compound is having sulfhydryl group, so you can say this compound is having sulfur because sulfhydryl is having sulfur. If I say this compound is having sulfur, it doesn't mean that it must contain sulfhydryl. Okay, now I explain this by the structure of these amino acid. Yes, you know the common amino acids are two. Those are methionine, and cysteine. cysteine. Methionine, amino acid H. This portion is common to all amino acid. Yes, as you know that this portion is common to all amino acid. CCSCH3. This is, yes, methionine having sulfur. Okay, so methionine is having sulfur but not a sulfidyl. Point it out. Yes, all these two valencies of sulfur are occupied by carbon. Cysteine, amino acid. This portion is common to all amino acid. C SH, cysteine. This is the structure of cysteine, and cysteine is having sulfidyl group. You can say cysteine is having sulfur, correct? Cysteine is having sulfidyl, correct? You will say methionine is having sulfur, correct? Methionine is having sulfidyl, no. Methionine is having sulfur but not sulfidyl. Okay. Now, we found that two molecules of cysteine these two hydrogen will be removed to make disulfide bond, and this dimer, you can pronounce it cysteine. So this is dimer. Dimer is having sulfur disulfide bond but not sulfidyl. Point it out. Recently asked question, recently asked topic of NB. Yes, frequently asked question. Yes, cysteine is having disulfide, correct? Is having sulfur, correct? But not sulfidyl. Cysteine monomer is having sulfidyl. Clear? So these are amino acid having sulfur in their side chain. You know that in one group at least one must be essential. Methionine is large, yes, you know. Cysteine is small, so methionine is essential. Cysteine is non-essential. Clear? Okay. Now, next group. Basic amino acid or amino acid having basic side chain. Okay. Amino acid having basic side chain. Mnemonic for this is his basics are loose. His basics are loose. His for histidine. Basic means basic amino acid. R for arginine. Loose for lysine. His for histidine. R for arginine. Loose for lysine. So histidine, arginine or lysine are these three basic amino acid. Okay. Basic amino acid are basic need in our body. Mnemonic. Yes. Basic need क्या होती है? रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. Okay. Our basic need in our body means either essential or semi-essential. These two are semi-essential and this is essential. Okay. These two semi-essential, this is essential. And you know that basic amino acids are having positive charge. Yes, basic amino acids are having positive charge. You know, acidic negative charge, basic positive charge. So these are basic amino acid having positive charge. We found that out of these three, yes, out of these three, arginine is most basic, histidine is least basic. Most basic means maximum positive charge, least basic means least positive charge. This is intermediate. Yes, you may remember like this: arginine is maximum positive charge, histidine least positive charge, okay, most basic, least basic. Yes, you may remember by mnemonic: he is for one, histidine. Histidine, yes, you know grammar, is used for one, are for many. There are so many positive charge on arginine. He is means one positive charge, multiple positive charge. You will remember like this. So you remember arginine, lysine, histidine. Okay. Use. What is the use of these positive charges? Yes, questions are asked. Which of the four? Yes, you know electrophoresis. Yes, you know electrophoresis. In electrophoresis, movement depends on. Yes, in electrophoresis, yes, in electrophoresis, movement depends on, yes, charge, size, shape. Charge, size and shape. Yes, in electrophoresis, movement depends on charge, size and shape. Practically and theoretically both, movement depends on charge, size and shape. If we do electrophoresis, which amino, yes, if we take these three amino acids, which amino acid will move fastest towards cathode? Yes, first of all you must know cathode is having negative charge, anode is having positive charge. Cathode is having negative charge and anode is having positive charge. So which amino acid will move fastest towards cathode? That is arginine. So usually questions are asked on electrophoresis of amino acid. Whenever questions are asked on the movement of amino acid, you will consider mainly and mainly charge. Okay. Usually 4 options are given in which the movement depends mainly on charge. Okay, so whenever questions are asked on the movement of amino acid, you will consider charge. Clear? But actually movement depends on charge, size and shape. Okay, definitely you don't know about size and shape, so usually questions are given in which movements is mainly determined by charge. Okay, so these are few common questions. Definitely electrophoresis, we will discuss this part in detail with protein purification. For the time being, you are to remember that in case of amino acid, yes, if electrophoresis is asked, you will consider mainly charge. Okay, now next group, amino acid having acidic side chain. Amino acid having acidic side chain. These are two in number: aspartate, glutamate. Aspartate and glutamate, amino acid H. This portion is common to all amino acid. CCOOH. This is aspartic acid. This is aspartic acid. If this is ionized, yes, aspartic acid is ionized, negative charge. Now it becomes aspartate. The aspartic acid, ionized aspartate. The aspartic acid or aspartate is having which charge? Negative charge. Now glutamate, amino acid H. This portion is common to all amino acid. CCCOO minus. This is or COOH. This is glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. If you ionize glutamic acid, now it becomes glutamate. Okay, so aspartate or glutamate are having which charge? Negative charge. So if H, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, if they are ionized, negative charge, they are aspartate glutamate. Clear? So aspartate and glutamate are having which charge? Negative charge. Now, here is the structure of these acidic amino acid.